Everyone, welcome back to the Weapons and Warfare series. Imagine the early days of World War II, and you're streaking through the skies of a bomber so sleek it was designed to outrun enemy fighters, yet so cramped it earned nicknames like Flying Suitcase and Ferocious Frying Pan. This is the story of the Handley Page Hampden, a British twin-engine medium bomber that carried the weight of early Allied air offensives on its narrow wings. Often overshadowed by legends like the Lancaster or Spitfire, the Hampden was Bomber Command's workhorse in the dark days of 1939 to 1942. Stick around as we dive into its design, daring missions, and why it became a heroic failure. If you're into World War II aviation history, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into forgotten war birds. Let's start at the beginning. The Handley Page Hampden, officially the HP-52, was born from a 1932 British Air Ministry specification calling for a high-performance twin-engine medium bomber. The goal: create an aircraft fast enough to evade interceptors without needing heavy defensive armament. Handley Page rose to the challenge, delivering a prototype that first took the skies on June 21st, 1936. Wait, some sources say June 22nd, but who's counting days when you're revolutionizing aviation? By autumn 1938, the Hampden entered RAF service, equipping squadrons like No. 49. It was part of a trio of twin-engine bombers, alongside the Vickers Wellington and Armstrong Whitworth Whitley, that formed the backbone of Bomber Command at the war's outbreak. But the Hampden stood out with its advanced wings, which gave an impressively low landing speed of just 73 miles per hour, making it easier to handle on rough airfields. Now let's check out the specs. The Hampden B Mark I had a wingspan of 21 meters, that's 69 feet 2 inches, and a length of 16.3 meters or 53 feet 7 inches. It tipped the scales at a gross weight of 8,508 kilograms, about 18,760 pounds. Powered by two 1,000 horsepower Bristol Pegasus 18 radial engines, it could hit a maximum speed of 426 kilometers per hour or 265 miles per hour. That made it one of the faster bombers of its era, at least on paper. Crewed by four: pilot, navigator, bomb aimer, wireless operator, and gunner, it carried up to 4,000 pounds of bombs or mines. Defensive armament: a bit skimpy, typically a single 303 machine gun in the nose and one or two in dorsal and ventral positions. Not ideal for dogfights, but remember, speed was supposed to be its shield. When war erupted in September 1939, the RAF had 212 Hampdens across 10 squadrons, nearly 25% of Bomber Command's frontline strength. These aircraft were thrown into the fire immediately. Hampdens flew some of the war's first offensive sorties, dropping leaflets over Germany and conducting unescorted daylight raids against naval targets along the German coast. But reality hit hard. High casualties from enemy flak, and fighters forced a switch to night operations. One of the Hampden's signature roles was gardening, sowing sea mines in enemy waters to disrupt shipping. They notched up Bomber Command first, the first mine-laying ops, and alongside Whitley's, the first bombs dropped on German soil. In 1940, Hampdens assaulted Germany in night raids, with two crews from No. 49 and 83 squadrons earning Victoria Crosses for valor during a bombing run on the Dortmund EMS Canal. By 1941, over 413 Hampdens were lost in action, highlighting their vulnerabilities. Cramped cockpits restricted crew movement, poor maneuverability made evading fighters tough, and the limited field of fire from its guns left it exposed. Internally, the very restricted space created discomfort for other crew members, compromising its defensive handheld machine guns. As heavier four-engine beasts like the Halifax and Lancaster arrived in ample quantities, Hampdens were phased out of frontline bombing by September 1942. But they weren't done yet. Converted to torpedo bombers for Coastal Command, equipping at least 4 squadrons. They saw action until December 1943, with a total of 1,584 built and equipping 21 RAF squadrons at peak. Some even served with the Royal Canadian Air Force and Soviet Navy. Nicknames tell a story, don't they? Pilots dubbed it the ham-bone for its ham-like shape, Flying Suitcase for the tight fuselage that felt like being stuffed in luggage, and Ferocious Frying Pan, probably a nod to its flat, pan-like profile and fiery combat reputation. Despite its flaws, the Hampden was reliable in power plants like the Napier Dagger engines in some variants, though most stuck with the Pegasus. It was never a superstar, outdated by 1939 standards as a fighting bomber, but it bridged the gap until better tech arrived. Think of it as the underdog that kept the fight going in Bomber Command's toughest years. The Handley Page Hampden may be a footnote in World War II history, but its crew's bravery ensured Allied air power endured. From Berlin raids to mine-laying heroics, it played a crucial role in turning the tide. What do you think? Was a Hampden a heroic failure or an unsung legend? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more World War II aircraft spotlights. Thanks for watching. See you in the skies.